Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Scott, how's it going?
How you doing, Bill? I almost forgot about that intro. I made so many for the show. I was like,
Dude, I
wow, I
know, right?
forgot about that.
Yeah. Oh man, my back is hurting. I'm feeling sick. Like I'm come down with a cold. But I didn't want
Uh-oh.
to miss today's show. I didn't want to miss today's
Uh-oh.
show.
A little cruise crud, Bill?
No, I was feeling fine after the cruise. I mean,
Oh, okay.
it just hit me like yesterday. I started had a lot of things to do and moving a lot of stuff around. My back, I somehow must have twisted my back or something like that. But yeah, no,
Something.
it's been good. It's been good.
That is good. It's been such a crazy week here. I don't I tell you the truth, I don't even know how I made today's live. I forgot that I was at my other job, which is why you see the background as it is, but we are on location. And of course, I did not want to miss Cruise Talk Live. We have a great topic today. And even though Bill is a little bit under the weather and I am here at work, we wanted to come and do our Cruise Talk Live on Wednesday. So I'm excited, Bill. Like I always say, it always comes around so quick. I feel like it's like Wednesday every day. We're always talking about, our next episode of Cruise Talk Live.
Oh my goodness.
But this topic actually is a topic that you actually came up with. So I know been wanting to talk about this. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah, no, it's just one of those things that a lot of people, and we've touched on it before, as far as the misconceptions as
Mm.
far as cruising. And I mean, we're going to get into it, but even like watching what happened with the hurricane, I guess it turned into like Hurricane One, Debbie, and the how people react to when cruise lines have to do something to miss the storm or weather the storm.
Okay.
And some of the myths, I guess people really do believe that, hey, I booked a cruise in 7 days and these are the ports I'm going to no matter what. And it's not like that. It's you never know what's going to happen.
You don't. You don't.
So
Now, let me ask you this, Bill. And you might have to wind the clocks back of when you were a novice cruiser. But have you ever heard of a misconception that was so bad or so scary about cruising that it actually made you not want to cruise?
no, no. I because for me, I can always enjoy myself anywhere. And when I first started cruising, it felt like it was for older people. I was a lot younger then. Go back 30 years, whatever. I was a lot younger then. So, but when I got on it, I it was I had fun, and I'd never, I ever since the first cruise, it was kind of like I knew what to expect, and I knew that whatever I brought, what energy I brought to the table was the kind of energy I was going to get back. So I've never had that problem, and I understood about missing ports. I understood about hurricanes.
Mhm.
I understood that things happen. Was I disappointed on a couple of times where we had to miss a port or something? Yeah, I was disappointed. Um, Margaritaville though, they're doing the Margaritaville type stuff, like not offering refunds. That's a whole nother story that I'm trying to follow.
Yes, those aren't real misconceptions. Those are actually true cases.
Yeah,
So
those aren't misconceptions.
those are
Margaritaville. I almost booked one. I always wanted to go on the 2 day paradise.
oof,
Like coming up, I have a cruise
oof.
coming up, Utopia in September. At the end of August, I was going to try to do the 2 day because they had like a crazy like $100 or something to go for the 2 day. And I thought about doing that. I still may do it.
I'll give you the Mr. Bill. Oh no, don't do it.
No. I don't get me
I mean,
wrong
come
with the
on.
Mr.
After
Bill.
you've been on the Islander, what's the paradise is going to be like? What is this
It's
thing?
God,
What?
let me let you in on a little secret. It's gonna be a cruise ship. I'm gonna be in the middle of the ocean, laying poolside, having a
Very
drink.
Christian.
So yeah, I might not have the same artwork, but I'm still gonna be on a cruise. So for me, I I you I don't understand how a lot of people they just totally just freak out. Oh, this wasn't working, that wasn't working, this, that, and the other. For me, man, I'm on a cruise. Put me on that cruise ship. I may not get off the ship at Freeport, just walking around having a drink, laying in the sun, swimming in the pool. Hopefully everybody else gets off. I'll have the ship to myself. I'll be happy.
I love it. I love it. So today with our topic, we're going to play a little game, a little true and false game to debunk these myths, these cruise myths. But I guess before we do that, Bill, let's get to the chat and say hello to some people, since I see the chat is running away from us.
Yeah, it is. Really, Anna, welcome in. Welcome in. Appreciate you being in here. Give me
Hello,
one
Rolana.
second. Rilana, is that how you pronounce it? Rilana. See, I've been butchering your name all this time. This guy knew it all wrong.
Yeah, no.
Cruise Nuts, welcome in. Appreciate you coming in, Cruise Nuts.
Mike. What day is it, Mike? It's
Hey,
Wednesday.
Hump day.
Oh, we did it at the same
Ross
time.
Orange Cone Vlog, welcome in. Appreciate you coming in.
Hello, Ross.
Carnival Cruise Addicts. Carnival Cruise Addict. I meant to post a picture, but I haven't. But I did receive, I believe it was my birthday gift. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. I haven't had anything to drink out of it yet. I just ordered my coffee. I just got it yesterday. So I will have my first sip of the day tomorrow.
Welcome to the Cool Kids Club there, Mr. Bill.
Thank you. It is a nice cup. I actually want to find out where they got them from and learn more about it. Scratch and Pete, welcome in. Will G, thank you for being in here.
Hello, Will G.
Cruising is fun anytime. Cheryl, welcome in. Ross is saying counting the days, 9 days till we leave for Seattle, 11 days till we cruise. Nice.
I would too. Grandma's
house, welcome in.
Hello, Grandma. Was in her live this morning. Her trivia live. Was it this morning or last night? I don't know. All the days are building up. One of them.
JJ's Adventures, welcome in. Hey, Scott.
Hello, JJ Adventures, welcome in.
Travelers, welcome in.
Mr. Larry, hello, Larry.
Saying hi. Hello. Eddie Lugo, welcome in. Yo, welcome in.
Eddie Lugo with the new logo.
He had a few.
He's had a few. He's testing a few. But
I've noticed something with your logo too. Yours is is new too.
It is new. You are right.
And everybody's saying hello. Hopefully I won't miss anybody.
Chris from Carnival Cruise Addicts comes in on the personal side. Hello, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Because we know CCA is Liz. And you want to know what? That's so funny. I was in a couple lives earlier this morning. As you know, I get up so early and watch these lives. And it's so funny when couples have YouTubes and you never know which one is actually talking. Like
Right.
It's a Cruise Life, for example, right? Like we always say, oh, it's Pete. But what if it's not? But he always says, oh, 99% of the time it's Pete. So we always like, oh, it's a Cruise Life. Hey, Pete, how are you? But wait, what if the 1% it's not? But I always like calling people by their first names anyway.
I always call them by their channel name. Everybody's just a channel name. Now, Bone Tired Travelers, Denise. We kind of all know that's Denise. But most people, I just go by the channel name. And speaking of Denise, welcome in, Denise.
Yes, she's here.
Scrolls Nest, welcome in.
Hello, Randy. Experiencing this heat with me. It is absolutely crazy, Randy. Oh.
I love the heat. I should be out there.
Switch places with you.
Larry says, Plump Traveler says, question, what are your cruise counts so far? Both. Scott, what's your cruise count?
My cruise count is 48. I was going to say 49, and then I recounted, and it is 48 total from the time that I was wee little until the time that I am 36 right now. I probably should recount and do the 21 to 36, but I mean, hey, even when I was 15, 14, 11, 8, I mean, they still count, right?
Right.
Technically, so.
Well, I have mine. Mine is like 31 days. September 8th, I'm going on an MSC Seashore. The 8th through the 12th. And then on the 13th, I'm doing the Utopia. So, a couple about 31 and then 35. So I got a couple of cruises coming up. Both going on the same port.
Well, what's your total count, though, Bill, of how many cruises you've been on? I think that's what Larry means.
Oh, I thought he was talking about the countdown days because somebody had mentioned days. I've been on 51.
51. And there you go. It's almost
52,
100.
53 coming up shortly.
We got 99 cruises under our belt, 99 cruises under our belt.
Had to be there. Chris, there's Chris.
Hello, Chris. Do it. Do it.
Travel with Josie Ann. Welcome in. Josie Ann, how many cruises do you have? Every time I see her, she's on a different cruise. Whether it be the Icon over in Europe someplace, she's on a different cruise. I've never seen anybody on that many cruises. It's almost, I want to ask, do you work on a cruise?
Do you want to work on a cruise?
South Stages, welcome in. Appreciate you coming in.
Sal.
All right, Massey. Mona, welcome in. Thank you for coming in.
Mona. Hello, Mona. Awesome to see you. It's been a little while since we've chatted, so good to see you.
Cruising with Calandra. Calandra on the Instagram side. Welcome in. Appreciate you coming in. We're just running down the chat now, trying to get caught up on everybody, saying hi to everybody who's all in here.
Yes.
Island Life in Tasmania. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Jonesy. Hello, Jonesy. Welcome in, buddy. Great to see you.
Nixon, welcome in. Thank you for coming in.
Hello, Regina. I think it's definitely nighttime over where Jonesy is. In
I would think so. I would think so right about now.
Maybe morning of next morning, maybe.
Andy, welcome in, Andy.
Hello, Andy. Andy Heinrich. Hola, dudes. What's up?
Adventures with Uncle Dave. Welcome in, Uncle Dave. Thanks for being in here.
Yes, thank you, Uncle Dave. Adventures with Uncle Dave.
We got Golden Jazz, Canadian Cruiser. Welcome in, Golden Jazz.
That's a change of the name. She was just Golden Jazz, so she added on Canadian Cruiser. I like that.
Hey, it's about that cruise life.
Very nice, very nice.
Alt 1906. Welcome in on the Instagram side. Thank you for coming over.
1906.
Stopping by. We haven't got to the topic yet. We're just going through the hellos right now. So a couple of seconds, we will start with the topic. And I don't know why I'm looking at the screen. I'm looking at the screen to read it, and I'm pointing like the camera's over there, but the camera is really right there.
They love the hellos, and they love the introduction. This show would not be anything without the interaction of our.
It's different. I like the way that you did your podcast with Elisa and Chet. Sure. I forget what day it was. All days run together to me, but I like the way that you did it. Oh, okay. Alta 1906 is actually Anthony on the move. Anthony, welcome in. Surprising us from the Instagram side.
That's right. And actually, Bill, that the Conscious Cruiser podcast is actually now up on Spotify. I took a little time at work today. If your spokes keep scrolling, but I took a little time at work today and I got it together. So we're on Spotify.
You actually got me motivated. It's like, I need to go ahead and do that. I need to work on a podcast, a 20 to 30 minute podcast, just talking about like just cruising in general. And I really would like to do that.
Okay. So this is going to be it still is going to be one of the announcements for my monetization party tomorrow. But Bill, that on the horizon is our YouTube podcast.
Yes. Yeah. We talked about this coming up. This is kind of on the outside of that, maybe kind of sort of. It depends. You can actually burn yourself out as far as going through topics and things like that. So, we have to kind of look at that. But I really would. And I love interacting with people. But then I also like just talking about a subject. Like right now, we're in the 16-minute mark, just saying hellos, which is a nice thing to do, because if we have that many people in here and it's taking that long to get through the hellos, we must be doing something right.
Right, correct. Absolutely.
But I like to, I like to talk cruising. I like to talk about some of these latest, happenings with the cruise biz. Let's see. Let me go through here real quick.
Bill with the solo podcast.
Stacy, welcome in. Welcome in.
Hey, Stacy, how are you?
Everybody's still saying hello. Joe Hupp, welcome in.
Joe Hupp. It's not alcohol, guys. It's just Sam Pellegrino.
Sure, Scott.
Sad. Still at work. Oh, that one's good.
Will Ross tell Coco thank you? Coco is transfixed in the streams. She is lying in front of the TV watching. Thank you, Coco.
Thank you, Coco. Our biggest
Keisha,
fan.
Welcome in, Keisha. My favorite Keisha.
was watching her in the garden earlier. She was live a couple hours ago. I caught her.
She was.
Yeah.
She was. And I was like, oh man, her and Tanya. And it's like, I really need to get up. I need to start doing something because I've been laying down all day. And I'm like watching the show, and it's like, I got to get ready for my live. Sharon and Jackson, welcome in. Welcome in.
Hello, Sharon. Welcome in.
Najuma Brown, welcome in. Thank you for being in here.
Najuma, welcome in. Almost said good morning. I've seen Najuma a lot in the morning. Good afternoon. Sorry.
Plump Travels. Wow, good for you guys. You guys are the cruise OGs. OG in the house. I've been on 2 cruises, Carnival Panorama and Carnival Horizon. Panorama is one of my favorite Carnival ships. I love Panorama.
I know you like that Mexican Riviera. I am not a fan of Mexican Riviera, but I do like that ship. Panorama's good.
I mean, I had a time on that Cabo San Lucas. I mean, with the number of vendors, I mean, my goodness, I don't remember it being that bad. It made me not want to go back there anymore. You know, go to a resort and just not deal with anybody on the island. Will G says, just finished my 18th, a long way to go to catch up with you guys.
It's not a competition. 18's a lot though, Will. That's
It is.
That's a lot of cruises. A lot of experience there.
Tasmania, it's 9:14 on Thursday. Oh no, I gotta get ready for my banter with Bill on Thursday.
Bill, you're not in Tasmania.
Dalton, welcome in. Welcome in, Dalton. Appreciate it.
Hello, Dalton.
I felt like I skipped somebody. I think it was Marjorie. Marjorie was in on the Facebook side, I do believe. Marjorie, hello. If I did skip you, I'm sorry. But welcome in. Thank you for being in here.
Style Stages. I am in Arizona too, by the way.
Scott's in Arizona. Yeah, there we go.
Thank you.
Hey, Muncie Channel. What up, Scotty and Bill?
J-Man, what up, J-Man? Ooh, Carnival Cruise.
There's Marjorie on YouTube side. Thank you, Marjorie, for coming over, not running away because I didn't acknowledge you. I appreciate it. John P. Adventures, welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. Thank you for being in here.
Hey, John P.
Dahanas, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by.
Hello, Dahanas. I think John P has a new logo too. It's close to his older logo, but I think he has a new one. Or my eyes are finally just readjusting at the age of 36. So either one of the two.
Join the club. From this distance, I'm looking at the little logo. It's like, yeah, they all look the same. I can't tell. Yeah, laugh now, Scott. See you in about 20 years, 25 years, and then tell me how funny it is.
I know, I'll be more squinty now.
And I'm running through the chat because I'm trying to get to the thing. Marjorie, happy early birthday from Carnival Cruise Addicts. Marjorie, welcome in and welcome. Congratulations on your birthday coming up.
Yes, when's your birthday, Marjorie?
She put it somewhere. It's soon.
Saturday, maybe? What day is today? Wednesday. Saturday, maybe? Happy birthday. Early birthday. We'll wish you again on your birthday, but
we will. Will G says 15 since the restart. Since the restart, it's been crazy a number of cruises that people have been on. It's been crazy.
Since the restart. Wow. That's like 85% of your cruises that you've done since the restart. That's crazy. I'm interested. I would be interested, Will, to hear what you think about cruising post-restart versus pre-restart or pre-restart.
We need to get Will G up here one day.
Pre-restart.
We need to get Will G. He's always in the background, but he's always there. And Will G has a lot of knowledge. Would you just follow along and watch what he says? He has a lot of knowledge. I would love to get him up here.
We have talked about bringing up a guest star for Cruise Talk Live. It's never happened before, but we have talked about it. So.
Joe Hupp says Thursday's live is at 8 a.m. AEST. So it's Thursday night at 6 p.m. EST.
Standard. Okay.
That's the same time as Banter with Bill.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see.
Yes, it is busy.
Hopefully, if you see me skipping anything, goes Scott, let me know. Most people talking.
Muncie says, "How does everybody create their logos?" So a couple different ways. Honestly, Muncie, I actually had a really good friend who I actually kind of work with in my other job in the dispensary. I had worked with him in the fitness world, and he was a graphic designer for the fitness influencer that I worked with, and we stayed in touch and we stayed friends. And we've done favors for each other throughout our friendship. And I knew that logo making was definitely one of his strong points. I mean, takes him like that. So I asked him, and he said, "Yeah, absolutely." So we did a little bartering, of course, and now I have a wonderful logo. But my first logo, I made myself in Canva. It took me probably like a day and a half. I knew eventually I was going to change the text. I wasn't really happy with the text, but I couldn't settle on something that I really liked. But yeah, that's how I did it. I went into Canva and I found some stock images, and then I kind of played around with the text. It does have to be, if you're going to eventually put it on merch, and this is something that I'm finding out now as I'm doing this, if you're gonna end up putting it on merch, it's one of those where you would want to do a logo once and you want to make it really, really good. So when you put it on this merch, the DPI, when it stretches and things like that, it stays the same. So that's really important with logos. Bill's is really good. I've seen Bill's on coffee.
Well, I made mine in Canva, and I just played around with it a little bit. Selena B Cruising. Selena B Cruising. I like that. Selena B Cruising. Welcome in on the Instagram side.
Selena B. Yes, Canva. That's what I use. I use everything Canva. I know a lot of people don't, but I rely very heavily on Canva.
John P says his was made in of AI. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You could do that a lot now too. People are doing that with thumbnails too. A lot of my YouTube friends.
I was curious because I saw AI. They had it where you could make a song. That it'll make a song for you.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, that's what I Am Betty J gathers. I want to say that somebody used AI to create a song for her. It sounds, correct. I mean, it sounds professional. I couldn't tell. No, somebody didn't make it up in the studio. So Bill, I'm curious. This AI stuff. This is good stuff here.
We have an AI intro too, Bill. You know that, right?
Yes.
Yes, that was made by Jimmy, the astute tourist, and he's made one for Thirsty Thursday. You were telling me that for the match game, yeah. So yeah, he's got that program too. It brings a new spice to it because you can't get copyrighted. You can. I mean, obviously you're not going to say curse words, but you set the lyrics to whatever you want, and because it's not a song, you're not going to get copyrighted. It's amazing.
I may have to talk to Jimmy about that.
Talk to him about it.
Plump Traveler has been using Canva Pro for 5 years now. My logo, I pay someone on
Fiverr. Oh, I've heard of that. Yes, I've heard it. Outsource, like he outsourced.
Make it for me.
Yeah, basically what I did. I just didn't outsource. I insourced in Arizona. Phone a friend. Hello.
Hello. Okay, Scott. Well, we are. Let's get down here today. What we're going to be talking about.
We're down to the bottom.
That was the bottom. We are down to the bottom.
Okay. All right. So I thought it would be kind of interesting to talk about some of these most prevalent myths and misconceptions of cruising, and we'll kind of put it in a game. Okay. So I have 7 fact or fiction misconceptions about cruising. Okay. And we're going to go through them one by one. And Bill and I are basically going to chime in, and we want you to chime in too and tell us if you think they're fact or fiction. And then we're going to elaborate a little bit on them. All right. So Bill, you ready for the first one?
Ready.
All right, here we go. Fact or fiction, misconceptions of cruising. Okay. Cruising is too expensive. I'll never be able to go. Fact or fiction?
If you had asked me that question a few years ago, I would have said, that's fiction. Now, ooh.
We're not talking about going on the Utopia of the Seas. We're talking about going on a cruise ship. Didn't say the largest or the biggest cruise ship in the world.
Have you looked at the prices of some of these cruise ships now? I mean, I don't want to lead like people in the chat away, but now even and I mean, I guess it looks higher too because they've like rolled all the taxes and everything into the price. But
which is what we wanted. We wanted this for so long.
You do want to be able to compare apples to apples, but my goodness, when you look at some of these prices, and even like for the older ships, Every now and then you can see one that slips through the cracks. And hey, matter of fact, I just got one that MSC, the MSC one I just booked the 8th through the 12th was like 255, I believe.
Okay.
And that included taxes and pay double occupancy. So 4 days. So to me, that I thought that was a great price.
That's a great price.
But you can't nowadays. The price is skyrocketing because it's supply and demand.
Here's why I am going to argue that it is fiction. Okay. Not a lot of cruisers, and there may be some cruisers in here that do know this, but there are a lot of new cruisers that are coming to the cruising world, and they are expecting, or they think that the cruise price that they see online is what they have to lay out right now if they want to go on this cruise. Okay. If you decide to go on a cruise that's next month or 2 months from now, yeah, you're probably going to have to pay the price that you see on the screen. But if we're booking, and again, Warmstrong and I did lives on this of how the booking windows are expanding longer and longer. I think premium cruises are up to like 193 days out now. So if we're booking 193 days out, there are multiple ways to budget for a cruise, whether it's putting down a deposit and then just budgeting yourself and paying Carnival or paying Royal by yourself. There's things like Affirm and Uplift where you can actually finance for a couple months or 6 months, 12 months for free. And if you don't pay it back by the 12 months, then you're charged some kind of interest. So there are affordable plans, even though the prices of cruises are going up. I'm not arguing that with Bill. That is 110% true. The prices are going up. But if you pre-plan it and you really want to go on a cruise and you say, okay, let's give myself 9 months to budget, you can put down $100, $250 and then pay it off over time.
Well, you do realize $3,000 paid today or $3,000 paid over a year is still $3,000.
I get it.
And that's where when you look at these prices now, and especially for a solo cruiser, it's nothing. It's almost, even for an interior cabin for a lot of these 7-day cruises, I'm looking at $2,000.
Yeah.
Years ago, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. It was, $1,000. I mean, it wasn't like that. But because of prices now, and when you start talking, I mean, my goodness, the Icon of the Sea and ships like that, we're literally talking $3,000 for one person to go. Yep. That's outrageous, and that was never really heard of 10 years ago.
Okay,
we thought when the Oasis class ship came out that was expensive, but I mean, look at some of these prices, and people they don't even hardly bat an eye anymore. Talk about a Disney cruise, family, $5,000. They don't even bat. I mean, it's Disney. Woo. Yeah, you won't see me on a Disney cruise. As much as I want to go on a Disney cruise, woo, that's a tough one to swallow.
I agree. So are you sticking with fact or are you sticking with fiction?
I'm sticking with cruising is too expensive. Nowadays, okay. I'm gonna go. No, see, I'm wavering back and forth. I'm going to go fiction.
Okay.
Only because you can find a cheap cruise.
You can.
Not because the cruise that you want to go on. We all want the new ships now. If you want a new ship, you're paying.
Yeah, but you could still go on the Paradise for 2 days on the Ferry of the Seas,
right? For $100. See, now that most people wouldn't consider that like cruising. So, but I'm gonna go fiction here. I'm gonna go fiction because prices are going up all over the world, and everything's going up. So I'm going to go fiction.
Okay, fiction. We agree on this one. What did the chat say here?
Oh boy, I lost where we were at.
I think Larry came in first.
Oh, they were talking about not talking about the cruising.
Fiction.
I'm not talking about the casino deals either. So fiction. Here I'm up here.
It's getting closer to being fact. Okay, so there you go.
Plump Traveler fiction, Golden Jazz fiction, Chris from Carnival Cruise Addicts fiction.
Okay.
Bone Tired Travelers fiction, Will G fiction. See, I almost want to disagree now.
See, Uncle David's is right there with you. He
Because
says it's getting close to being fact.
I'm
It's
telling you,
getting close.
I just booked the cruise today. It's over $2,000. It's next year. I'll let a little secret. I'm going on a rock and roll tribute cruise. So we get to cruise again together, Scott. It's over $2,000, and I don't care how you spend it. Yeah, I can pay $2,000 over the next year. It's still $2,000. Now,
Is.
for what
But you make
get
money
on this
over
cruise,
time, and you can budget and put a little away.
but
And,
that's still, it still costs the same. I can buy a Cadillac. I can pay cash, or I can pay over 12 years. That doesn't make it more affordable. I'm sorry. But anyway, let me keep on our chat. Chris, our 8-day was packed. These ships have been packed, and that supply and demand. And they don't need to offer. They don't need to make the offers. Even my casino deals from Carnival, they're drying up. They're not the. And I probably don't gamble as much as Chris and Liz, not throwing their business out there, but I probably don't gamble as much as them. But my little interior cabins are drying up, and the ones that I do get are on some of the older ships, not the newer ones.
Or
and
next to the kitchen.
I was getting deals like, on the inaugural cruises and things like that. But it is what it is. Sharon and Jackson says fiction. Uncle Dave says getting close to being a fact. Yeah, and losses. This last cruise I did well. I didn't have any losses on this last cruise, but that's a rarity. Look, Sal Stages. I'm listening and cooking. What are you cooking?
I'll take the plate.
I booked as over 2 years out. Will G. I can't. I've never booked that far out in advance. This particular cruise, the rock and roll group cruise, is probably one of those group cruises that I've booked more than a year out. Normally, I don't book that far out unless it's like an inaugural cruise. The World America, I booked that early. I don't know if it was, how long it was out, but I had to cancel it. And that World America, I really want to go on that ship, but I'm gonna pay top dollar. I'm going by myself. I'm gonna pay top. Well, it's a 7-day cruise. Yeah, I'm gonna pay top dollars. It's gonna be over $2,000 for a cruise, and cruising used to be the affordable way to travel, but now $2,000. Okay, well, if you get a hotel for $150, $200 a night hotel, I mean, then you have to buy food. I mean, is it that big of a difference than cruising? And cruising used to be like, the end all. I mean, you can't beat this price. $500, all you can eat 7 days. You couldn't beat it. It's not that way anymore. Not to me, at least.
It's not that way.
Price of cruises have gone up roughly $100, $200 for an interior since the pandemic for the 7-day cruise.
Yeah.
At least,
if not more.
Dustin Anderson, welcome in. Appreciate you being in here. You got Together We Travel. Welcome in. Will, welcome in. I hope I didn't miss anybody.
Hello, Will.
With prices going up, is your out of pocket while cruising expenses too? Do you have to pay much outside of your cruise package?
Bill, did you know this? Do you know how much the average cruiser pays or spends before they get on to the cruise ship?
$195.
No, more.
Before they get on a cruise ship?
Before they get on the cruise.
So like so you come in a day or two early. $386
on average. It went up about $27 from last year.
Now, is that including like the hotel fee?
Excluding everything before you
the hotel fee. I can understand that. If you figure you're going to spend $150 to $200, a lot of people. Some people can get it cheaper, maybe $100, and then the food and maybe if you have a drink or two. So I can kind of sort of see it with Uber and Lyfts.
Yep. So yeah, it is a lot, definitely expensive out of pocket beforehand and after too. I mean, getting yourself to the airport and obviously eating at the airport because you haven't eaten anything. The expenses definitely pile up for sure.
Quickly. That's why, a lot of times being a solo cruiser, hey, I can get away with, some sandwich from the shop or something. But if you're, like couples, I'm not eating Subway. I'm like, what's wrong with Subway? Anywho,
You get hungry enough, you'll eat anything.
yeah, well, but then when you're on vacation, you don't want to do that. And actually, that's not true because I try to treat myself. When I go on vacation, I try to treat myself. I'm like, I'm on vacation. I don't want to. I don't want that. I don't want what I get. I don't want McDonald's. Will G says, I think cruising is expensive for a solo cruiser.
Yep.
There are deals out there, but not
all the time.
No, not all the time.
Very true.
And that's what more people are doing now. I mean, you really have to get out there and look for the discounts. And before it didn't used to be that way. You used to have those last minute deals when they try to fill up the ships. You don't have that anymore. I mean, my whole thing was to wait for my casino offer to hop on a lot of these cruises. It doesn't work out that way for me now. I literally now have to book about 6 months in advance, even on at least on my casino deals,
because they know they can sell those rooms.
They go out and it goes away. And so I mean, I have to get better at doing more planning. Let's see. Golden Jazz says, as a Canadian from Toronto area, the cruise is cheap. Airfare and hotel are the tricky bit. I'm kind of with you. I understand about the flights, but I'm assuming, and I didn't for cruising, I didn't include that into the price because if you go to Miami, you still have to fly down there. If you fly to Cancun, you still have to fly down there. So the price is going to be the price for airfare. It's the other things, and I think all inclusives are becoming more popular, or they could become more popular.
Very true.
And I'm just going down here. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody.
Chat is going crazy.
But it includes everything. Will G, it does. It depends on. This guy just squealed. Wow, Keisha.
Thanks, Keisha. Probably did, honestly.
It includes everything, but I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing. Because when you get on these newer ships, though, they are fantastic as far as like the things that you can do on it. But think of a Carnival ship. Think of the Panorama, which is a nice ship. You have a swimming pool area. You have some slides. You have a rope course. The entertainment. How good is that entertainment really? I mean, there are some good singers, but you can go find clubs where they have like live bands and things like that. I mean, maybe not quite the production. And how much are you willing to pay for it? And they don't turn the shows over enough that if you cruise a lot of times you're seeing the same show over and over and over again. For me, I know people are going to like, that's blasphemy. Love and Marriage, I don't even go to the show anymore because they pretty much ask the same questions. You get a couple of different answers, but they always do it. And the old couple, and then it's the same show every show. I don't even go to Love and Marriage anymore. It's the same thing to me. I know. So don't attack me in the chat.
Are you ready for number 2 yet?
I am ready. Let me go down chat real quick. Dustin Anderson, cruising can still be cheaper than a traditional vacation, unless you want a new ship. It's getting tougher.
That's what everybody wants. New ships.
It's getting tougher. We got a hotel in Seattle for 2 nights for $295, including taxes, right next door to the cruise terminal, 200 yards from the port. I forget what I paid for the Queen Mary. It wasn't too bad. Early saver is a good option. And I'm going to skip through a lot of this. D&G Explorers, welcome in. Appreciate you coming in here, my friend.
Hello, D&G. And no, he did not yet, Sharon. I think next week. He's got him ready, though.
Must go. Larry says must go. Nap time.
Goodbye, Larry. Thank you for spending some bonus time with us.
Don't forget.
He's very serious about his naps, too. He needs his naps.
A Montesano says we ate Subway the night before our cruise. You can cut down on the food at the expenses, but I understand how people overspend different options.
It's easy to. It's easy.
On deck with CB. Welcome in. Welcome in. Appreciate you being in here.
Hello, Debbie and Chris.
Casino deals help out a ton.
But like Bill said, they're drying up.
They're going away, and I don't see it getting any better. We mostly Cruise Nut says we mostly do all inclusives, fly in direct trips, no time restraint. Keisha says pre-cruise expenses are increasing. They are,
just like the cruise prices.
Will G, look at it includes evening. Bill, look at the previous comment.
D&G said we are lucky to leave from Long Beach, so we don't have to fly for our September cruise.
Sweet.
Very lucky too. Yeah, when I go out of the West Coast, it's cheap. It's like $89 for a flight. So,
Will G, I can't find it real quick. So, but I'm gonna try to find it in a little bit. I'm gonna try to move on so Scott can get to the next question. Scott, what's the next question? Michael Hall, welcome in on the Instagram side. TJ's Destinations, welcome in on the Instagram side. I appreciate you guys coming in here.
Dustin says I'm a glutton for punishment. We drive from Indiana.
Yikes! Even that, with the price of gas,
yeah.
even that is, and wear and tear on your car. Even that is getting expensive.
All right, ready for the next one?
Ready.
Fact or fiction? Here we go. You'll definitely get seasick.
That's fiction. That's fiction. In this day and age, that's fiction. You could have some rough seas, but if you come prepared, if you know, like, hey, the captain's gonna come on, we're gonna have rough weather tomorrow. Start taking your Dramamine or whatever, your ginger. You won't. My opinion, the seasickness won't matter especially with these newer ships.
Yes, they're so big. The stabilizers too.
Yeah.
The stabilizers are almost as big as the damn motors are. So I mean, yes, is there rocking? Yes, there is rocking, but there's so many preventative measures to take. Dramamine and all the other things that you can bring on board that you should. But even if not, let's just say you're caught with your, they say with your pants down, whatever, and you don't have anything. Okay. You still have green apples on the ship, right? To eat. You still have ginger ale, flat ginger ale that you can go and get a ginger ale and then just let it get flat, right? There's other ways that you can definitely combat the seasickness if you know that you guys are, going into a storm or going around a storm, or
right.
The captain says there's going to be some rough weather, some rough seas and things like that. So I think a lot of the people that have taken the whole "you're definitely going to get seasick" misconception, they've definitely ran with it. Maybe they've had an instance where, okay, it was that rare case where they did really get seasick, but 99% of the time, if you take some of those preventative measures with you and you take them beforehand, even if you don't feel sick, you just take it just because you know that your stomach is a little weary and this is a newer ship. Just take one.
As a precaution.
Just take one. What is it going to do? It's not going to do anything. It's only going to help you. So just take it before you get on the ship, or take it the night before, the morning before. So 110%. I'm standing by fiction, by fiction on this one. I know a lot of people will come at me and say fact, but I'm going to stand with fiction.
No, I haven't seen a fact yet. Mike Hall from on Instagram says fiction. And you got Muncie Channel, definitely fiction. Uncle Dave, fiction.
Yep.
Cruise Nuts. I didn't see whether he said fact or fiction. He says, I never get seasick. Born and raised on the coast, born water baby. I get drunk more than I do seasick. Fiction.
Yeah.
D&G Adventure, D&G Explorers. I get seasick if I don't take Dramamine, wear sea bands, but never when I take those. I get car sick all the time. I've never got car sick. I've been seasick once, maybe twice. Once, and then another time I'm like, oh boy, I'm starting to feel a little funny. I took Dramamine and I was fine. I don't have to take anything anymore. I don't either most of the time. Go Jazz, fiction, but I hear it all depends on the person. I'm blessed. I should live on ships. My wife has a little issue sometimes, but has a patch or something. Keisha, what is the question for fact or fiction? That you're definitely going to get seasick on a cruise. Definitely going to get seasick.
And yeah, with the preventative measures, honestly, yeah. I mean, like D&G said, that they know that they're a little susceptible to being queasy, so they're going to
Right.
take the Dramamine beforehand. I mean, that's what it's there for. Don't just get stuck where you're like, you have to go and pay $15 for one pill of Dramamine, right? And you might not even get it because you're like, I'm not spending $15, and then you get sick, and you're like, of course you're going to get sick on it. Think
Right.
a little bit ahead of time. There's so many of medications out there. And even if you're not one of those that want to take Dramamine, there's all natural remedies. All you got to do is just go on Amazon and type in all natural remedies for seasickness. And there's tons of them. I've done it before. So I'm standing by.
I mean, even though I don't really use them, I carry them with me all the time. Pepto-Bismol, I carry it with me all the time. Aspirin, I carry with me all the time, just in case. Because you just never know. Cough and cold medicine. You don't want to go to the pharmacy. I mean, to the store and get cough or cold medicine on a cruise ship. You don't want to do it. Not because of the price, but because now you're on the list. Now you're being watched. Is this person do they have symptoms?
Right.
So
why did they buy it? Why did they just buy 6 bottles of Tussin? JJ says, so you can get seasick? I'm worried about that. I mean, you definitely can for sure. I would say, like I said, now with the bigger ships and the stabilizers, they know that is probably one of the biggest worries for new cruisers about getting seasick. But again, I think as long as you're bringing your preventative measures and you're bringing them along with you and multiple, I mean, hey, if you're one of those that that you're going to get seasick or motion sickness, car sickness, bring Dramamine, bring the patches, bring an all natural, like bring 4 things, just to overkill it. If you know that you are one of those people that are susceptible to getting a little bit more seasick, for me, I'm just like Bill. I bring it no matter what. And for me, if I have a cabin mate or if I have somebody that I met at the bar that's not feeling too good, you look like an absolute hero when you pull out that Dramamine. It's like, here you go, Bill. I got you, buddy.
Take one of these.
Thank you so much, man. Oh my God, I feel so much better. I've done it so many times, and then you just replenish. I replenish when I get home because I knock on wood. There's no wood here, but knock on wood, I don't get seasick. So,
well, yeah, I take Tums, just in case. You never know. You just never know, and you don't have enough time to be sick on a cruise. If it's a 5-day, 6-day, 7-day cruise, you don't have time to spend a day being sick.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
D&G moved on me. D&G Explorers, I take it at night before we leave for a cruise and every night during the cruise. That way, if I get sleepy, I'll be asleep. Exactly. You're prepared. You got it. I forget to take it on the first cruise and paid the price for it. Yeah. When you prepare, how they say it, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Yep. If you know you have motion sickness and things like that, and you prepare for it, you don't have to worry about it.
That's true. D&G, how many cruises have you been on? I know you guys been around for a while, so I'm interested to hear how many cruises you guys have under your belt. I bet it's a ton.
Siobhan Parker's on the go. Welcome in on the Facebook side. Appreciate you being in here.
Hello, Siobhan. Welcome.
Keeping up with the Griffins. Thank you for being in here, man. That's a great family. We went on that Firenze, the midnight cruise. What a great family. A great wholesome family. I mean, it's kind of family that you would see on TV. They could be the Waltons. Well, okay, now I'm dating myself with the Waltons. But they're a good family. They're a good wholesome family, and it was a couple of them on there. Team Reese, and just seeing them with their kids, and they believe in bringing the kids along and enjoying the journey, the adventure. And I love seeing families like that, because that's the way I was with my kids. And I had a couple of adventures without them, but bringing the family along, and we all enjoy. And that means the crying baby on an airplane sometimes, even though my kids were the best kids in the world and they never cried on the airplane. But the kids, seasick or whatever, which they never did. They never got seasick. But we always had a great time as a family. And when I look at them, it puts a smile on my face, because it reminds me of when I was younger.
I love that. Hey, Bill, I am going to fit in, before you get to the bottom, number 3, so we can fit in 3 of these before the end of our show. Yeah. And since you were just talking about the Griffins and them bringing their family, here is misconception, or it could be fact or fiction, is what I'm asking you guys. Misconception. cruising is only for families?
Ooh. Well, you know I'm going to say
That's why I asked it. You were
I'm
talking
going to
about
say fiction on this one. I literally think cruising is for everybody. I think there's enough things to keep people occupied. Not the greatest things in the world, but it forces you. It almost forces you to come together, especially like as a family,
Huh?
to spend time together.
Yes.
The TV shows aren't the best. I used to love it when they didn't have TVs. Like, well, they didn't have any shows on TV back when I first started cruising. That means you had to actually talk to whoever was in the room with you. You know, I mean,
Mhm.
you had to spend time together. I think cruising is perfect for families, but I also think it's perfect for solos too.
And couples.
Couples. I do. I think it's designed for everybody. You just have to be comfortable with yourself. Um, apparently, you know, you have to trust your mate and not get mad if the mate is talking to somebody. But no, it's I think cruising is easier than because you kind of have like a common denominator. So when you go to the bar, there's a common denominator. If I fly into Los Angeles and go to the bar, there's not necessarily a common denominator. We're at this bar, but they may be local. I'm just coming in. I mean, like now, are they trying to set me up? There's a lot of things going through my head at the time when I travel on a land trip. But when I go on a cruise, hey, where you from? Oh yeah, hey, you been on many cruises? I mean, it's like a common denominator, and it's really easy to get the conversation going. And I'm not
Yeah.
much of a talker, but if you want to talk, you always have something in common. We're here on this cruise. Let's talk about it.
Yes. And I've enjoyed it both ways. I've gone totally 110% solo where I've had no friends I could get the PTO, or I've had no friends that wanted to go. So I've went by myself. I went with just my mom, my dad, and myself, which were probably some of the years that I now wish in retrospect that I could get back. But I was like, just drop me off at the kids club. I want to go to the kids. I just wanted to go hang out at the cruise kids. But now I'm itching to cruise with my parents again, which is my dad's going on the rock and roll cruise, which is cool. And
Sweet, I get to meet them.
you do get to meet him. You do. And I think like Bill said, it is a great scenario for everybody, whether it's couples, whether it's newlyweds, whether it's families, new families, whether it's somebody who is renewing their vows, somebody that's going solo. It is good for anyone, right? Because it is going to be very hard for you to be bored. They on cruise ships now tend to so many different tastes of entertainment, of shows, bingo, games, deck games, Lido, competitions. There's so much going on cruise ships now that it is literally impossible to get bored. So there is something for everybody, the 8-year-old, the 2-year-old, the 19-year-old, the 96-year-old, the 75-year-old, or the 36-year-old that acts like he's 60. There's it's for everybody.
It is. You just have
It's
to,
really
you
good
just have to
show.
participate. I mean, if you're one of the
You
type
do.
of people,
Yeah.
oh, they have trivia. Well, I don't like Friends trivia. Go down there and have fun and listen to Friends trivia.
Hell
See
yeah.
what you can guess. Or sports trivia. Come down. We don't watch sports. Go down there and still have fun and watch other people laugh and joke and have fun and join the party. Go to the. I had so much fun dressing up. This is really like the first time I ever really dressed up for the 80s rock and glow party. I had such great time, and people coming up to me want to take pictures and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, I can deal with this. It was fun, My knees probably hurt
110%.
because I did, the jump around, and I'm jumping around. My knees probably still hurt from it, but other than that, it was fun. You get out of it what you put into it. So if you don't want to put
110%.
anything into it, yeah, you're not gonna have a good time.
Same thing happened to me on the Miracle Bill. I was going down the fun times, and I saw this beer pong.
Yeah.
There's a typo. They don't play beer pong on the show. What is this? Right. So I'm like, I'm just gonna show up at 3:00. Right. And for 2:30, I'm like, I'm not gonna show up. I'm making every excuse. No, I gotta go see Richard. Oh no, I gotta go to the casino. I can't. And I'm like, you want to know what? No, you're just saying that because you don't want to go there and meet a stranger and potentially have to play beer pong with the strangers. No, you're going. Right. So I went, and unbeknownst to me, I found Stan, who was my beer pong partner, and we became champions. And now his wife, Sandy, Lost Pirate Jenkins, she comes in our chat every once in a while, which is amazing. And it lights me up because I've met them in person. Stan and I are Carnival Miracle 2024 beer pong champions, and we actually know each other in real life. I would have never, ever met Stan had I not gone down there. And we were two strangers. It's a vlog on my page, and now we're like best friends. You know,
Right.
Best friends. And he's like, double my age, and I freaking love him. He's Stan the man. I love him.
I'm going to welcome in Mead and I on the Instagram side. Mead and I, it's probably Anwar. So Anwar,
Hello.
welcome in. Appreciate you being in here.
No, it's Anwar, Bill. How do you know?
Lisa Murcott, welcome in, Lisa. Aunt Lisa. Appreciate you being in here. And people are saying fiction, false, fiction.
Hello, Cruz Bolero, too.
Did I miss Cruz Bolero? Welcome in, Cruz Bolero.
No, I don't think
fiction.
I don't know where I am in
another definite fiction.
Fiction, yeah, false.
Big old fiction. Fiction. Hold on. Dustin Anderson's fact. It's okay, probably fiction. But
I should have said cruising is for everybody. Actually, my phone died. There are a few facts too, but my phone died. So, and we're almost out of time. So.
Avon said my kids want to go cruising, but taking all 6 of them would be way too much money. It is. It's getting expensive. You got to try to find those deals.
So Monty, what do you do? Like a raffle where you put like all your kids' names on a wheel and you spin it twice. You're like, hey, whichever 2 of you it lands on, you guys get to go. The other 4 go to grandma's house.
One has to stay home. We're gonna get a suite. One of you have to stay home. Ouch. That would hurt.
That would hurt.
Got
a short straw.
Keisha says fiction. Love my girls' trips, my solo cruise, and my sister's birthday cruise. I love all cruises, and
a lot of things to celebrate.
Meet and I, they were talking or meeting. I mean, they were joking with me, but it's not the first time. It's like they wanted t-shirts. Where's Bill? Because I'll come around, but I don't stay around. I go do what I want to do, even like with group cruises. And that's what I love about cruising. I can go do what I want. And tomorrow I'm going to be talking about Carnival versus MSC.
Ooh.
MSC has something that I absolutely love, and I'm becoming a more and more MSC fan. I don't want to give too much away about tomorrow, but I'm becoming more and more of a MSC fan because they actually have like a cigar lounge with a jazz room connected to it with your drinks, and it's like when I want to relax, that's what I want to do. Most of these places, Royal had it, but they got rid of it to add a non-smoking casino. But no, I mean, cruising is, for me, is for everybody, and even solos if they want to be alone. Sandy, Lost Pirate Jenkins, welcome in. Welcome in, Sandy. I think we were just talking about you, Sandy.
Your ears must be ringing. Hello, Stan. He's somewhere in the background. Hello, Stan. I was just talking about
Dustin says, Dustin Anderson says, I want to cruise with no pants and Scott. I think that would be epic.
Definitely epic. I'm actually seeing Mr. No Pants tonight, Dustin.
Oh, there's Cruz Bolero. Welcome in.
Put that on his page in a couple weeks.
And I know I'm skipping a lot of things because we're running out of time here. So I'm trying to see if I'm missing any questions.
I did dominate beer pong, Dustin.
Sure you did.
Me and Stan did.
Sure you did.
Hey, Stan hit the last shot, by the way. I had the last shot woes, and I couldn't get it in the cup.
Thanks for clearing that up, Scott.
Oh, Joey Foster.
Wow, Keisha. Wow. I'm really not Keisha. All you had to do is look in the casino at this one machine. Well, maybe 2. I was there. Or in the smoking area where they smoke cigars. I was there, Keisha.
That's great. Can you go up to Joey's a couple up there?
Joey Foster. Make Scott buy everyone some.
No. Wait, is that wait? No, up. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Oh, well, there we go.
Yeah,
Hey,
there you go.
I just went to Top Quality Shirt, and wow, Controversial Cruising had some awesome merch. Wow, Scott, look at you.
Yeah.
Look
Hold
at
on 1 sec. Give me 1 sec.
look at Scott moving up in this world. Got his own merchandise. Scott has something coming up. I believe it's I want to say tomorrow night. I got to talk to him when he comes back. A good host would have known what his co-host schedule was, but I believe he has planned for a monetization party, which I don't know if you all know. Scott is fully monetized now. Woohoo! So he is going to have a show, and Scott doesn't do anything small. He does everything epic. So it's going to be one for the ages. So make sure when he comes back, I'm going to let him come back with the times. But make sure you go there, check him out, show some support, show some love, buy some merch. Okay, no, you don't have to buy merch, but show him some love. Let me see. I'm going on the chat. Let me see. Oh, mommy millionaire. Welcome in, Jennifer. Ava and Aiden say hi. Hi, Ava. Hi, Aiden. Those are my grandkids. What great grandkids. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I have the best grandkids in the world. Ava and Aiden are so sweet. I know there might be some arguments out there, but yeah, the best grandkids in the world. JJ Adventure, thanks. Thank you, Scott and Bill, for the advice on cruising. I have to head out. Have a great evening. JJ's Adventures, welcome. So have a good evening. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much. And I know we're winding down, and we kind of tied a lot of things together. But I'm gonna throw one more quick thing out here. Fact or fiction, and this is for you guys to answer. Cruise ships are dirty and make you sick. A lot of people believe that a cruise ship is like an incubator for a disease. Fact or fiction? Do you guys believe that's true? See, me personally, I don't believe it's true. I don't believe it's true. It's just like any place else. If you go to a sporting event, if you go to, if you fly on an airplane, if you take a train, any place where you have a lot of people together, you're going to run into people that get sick, and other people get sick along with them. But that's, for me, he's back.
I'm back.
Hey, Scott, we went into one more question. And that was cruise ships are dirty. Cruise ships are dirty and make you sick.
Oh,
Fact or fiction?
That's a good one.
And for me, it's like, no, I don't believe it. It is. Whenever you get a lot of people around, you're going to have some people that don't wash their hands. But I think majority on a cruise ship, most people try. I mean, I don't know whether from the pandemic, you get used to washing your hand. I mean, think of the Washy Washy song on Royal Caribbean. But I mean, it's brilliant, and it gets people to stop. Oh yeah, let me wash my hands. And people are actually now looking for hand washing stations. Yep. So I think it's probably cleaner. With that being said, a lot of time when people come off of a cruise ship, they have what's called cruise crud, where you don't feel right. Now, what that is, I don't know. I didn't feel it when I got off my last ship, and I normally don't feel it, but a lot of people feel that way. And I think a lot of it has to do with just the close proximity people are to each other. So if one person is sick, and you know who you are. Now, you always talk about, hey, where's Bill? Where's Bill? Bill is not a group person. But you guys out there sharing drinks, sharing food, eating off the same utensils and all that other stuff. And then you get home and wonder why, oh, I'm sick. I wonder why. Where did I get that from? I can tell you, but that's a different story. Scott, what do you think?
Well, here's the other thing. I am definitely going to say fiction. However, there is a sheer reason why you hear the stories that you hear online and through the mass media. Okay. When a cruise ship is infected with, let's say, norovirus, or there's people that get sick on a ship, okay, even though there are more and more passengers being crammed on these ships, okay, 5,000, 6,000, okay, that is a relatively small number to, let's say, a state or even a city that happens to come down with norovirus or an outbreak. Okay. So the percentage of that ship that is technically affected with norovirus is going to be a lot higher than that reported on land. Okay. There is a certain percentage. I don't exactly know the percentage, but there is a certain percentage that has to be reported to the CDC if there is that percentage of people that are struck in with neurovirus or some kind of other virus or an outbreak. Okay. That is why you see these stories blown up. 500 people sick on a ship. 68% of the crews were sick. 27% of the crews were sick, right? Because you take the 89 people, divide it by how many people were on the ship, and that gives you the percentage. And now the media can run with that. Am I saying that there aren't outbreaks on the ship? It does happen, okay, but it's not as massive as these news and media companies make it seem, because they know they can run with it, and they know they can kind of, in a way, get some action off of it. But it does happen. It does.
It's a different environment also. Very rarely do you have an environment where you need to go. Very rarely do you have an environment where everybody's together for 7 days. Think about all the people that fly on airplanes. So let's say you get sick on an airplane. Everybody on the airplane, they scatter. They go everywhere. How do you know where it started? How do you know where they caught it from? How do you know?
Exactly.
You go to a sporting event for one night, a concert, and then everybody leaves. I mean, you got to try to piece it together. And there's no government agency that's requiring you to report this.
You're right.
Cruise ships are required to report it. So when there's a breakout over a certain point, it's being reported.
Has to be.
So it looks worse, but I think the ships, they clean the ships better than most places. They're not perfect. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's more about the people than the cruise ship itself.
Yes.
If you have dirty people getting on the cruise ship, you can expect a dirty cruise.
Hygiene habits, folks. Hygiene habits.
Wash your hands after losing people. If you knew the number of I don't know about women, the number of men that don't wash their hands leaving the restroom, I think you would be amazed. I think you would be amazed. I mean, and it's like, I get disgusted, especially like in the airport. I walk out and I'm like, hey, you're not gonna wash your hands? And they walk out and they're just like touching everything and going up here, and I get amazed by it. Right. Cruise ships, not as much. It still happens, but it doesn't happen as much. But
gross.
Let's see. And we're going to wind this down. The mall, the office, random restaurants, Costco's are way worse. Grocery stores are way germier. Most hotels are worse as well. But again, motel, except for Scott's. Except for you stay there one night, you go on to the next night. 2 nights from now, you get sick. Hey, where did I get it from? Oh, it must be this cruise ship I'm going on now. So let's see, Marjorie. I am glad to spend my birthday watching your YouTube live stream and Scott's live stream for my birthday. Well, I thought, okay, Marjorie.
Oh, it is her birthday. Today's Wednesday.
Happy birthday, Mark. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Marjorie. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Okay.
You must have a video to play or something, right? For her?
I don't have a birthday video.
Well, not a birthday. I mean, it doesn't have to be a birthday video. She'll take anything, right, Marjorie?
What video do we want to play?
I don't know. Something catchy so we can dance for Marjorie.
Hold on.
This is for you, Marjorie.
I don't have anything catchy. What are you, Scott? I'm not you. I don't
know. Play one of your super chats or something.
Here comes the money. Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money, 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 money.
Happy birthday, Marjorie. Happy birthday, Marjorie. I did my best, Marjorie.
Scott, anything else you want to add to this conversation?
No, unless we do another fact or fiction, which we're not going to. But no, I don't think so. I think honestly, we've summed up the most popular misconceptions here. I've seen a lot throughout the different carnival Facebook groups that I'm in. I saw some on John Heald's Facebook group, so that's why I kind of tried to take them and spin them a little bit, change the verbiage. But honestly, to tell you the truth, Bill, I still, to this day, do not think that there is a better way to vacation than cruising. So I will stick by, I know we did a lot of fictions, but I will stick by fact on that one.
And for now, I will say it's fact, but the gap is closing.
It is.
I think more about land vacations now than I have in a long time. I used to only think about cruising vacations. Now I'm starting to think more about land vacations. Rick, the cruise gambler, welcome in.
Hello, Rick. Welcome in. Nice to see you. Utopia on Friday and the Freedom on the 18th. Got to try Carnival soon. Ooh,
Nice.
Wow. Freedom and Utopia.
It's a lot easier to earn points on Carnival than it is on Royal. I think Carnival 1 point is, for Royal, I think is 1 point is every $5. I think Carnival 1 point is every $2.
Oh, wow.
Scott, I was telling everybody about your monetization party. When is it?
It is tomorrow during Thirsty Thursday. So Jimmy will not be with us tomorrow. I have some special guests coming up on the panel with me, not all at once, but we are going to have a party. We're going to do 3 giveaways. I'm going to do 3 separate announcements. And then at the end, as long as everything goes right, we will have a 50-50 raffle. But you have to be present for the 50-50 raffle. So I've never done, you have to be present. You don't have to be present for the other ones. I'll find you. But for the 50-50, you got to be present. And if we end up raising tomorrow $100 on the monetization party, I will be giving 25% to Helping Hands for cruising as a personal donation from me. So,
man, you're the man, Scott.
Well, let's hope and get out there. We are doing it for the people, though. So we're going to go through a little bit of my YouTube life as a YouTube creator, and then we are going to go into what it really kind of means to be monetized. So I'll be talking to some channels that have been monetized for a little bit and picking some of their brains for some of the new YouTubers that are coming up and scratching the surface of that monetization like I newly have. So I'm excited.
You did a great job, and you did it the right way. So
thank you.
We're all proud of you.
Thank you very much.
And everybody in here. I mean, Scott, you could go live tomorrow, and 40 people will come there. Scott, what's going on, Scott? Hey, Scott. So you're doing it the right way, my friend.
Thank you, Bill. Much appreciated. So yeah, tomorrow is normal Thirsty Thursday time, and then we're going to be having a little party. So the thumbnail is already up there. Yep.
Anything after that?
I do. I'll tell them tomorrow. We have Helping Hands for Cruising on Friday, and then on Saturday I have another Helping Hands for Cruising. So we will go into that tomorrow and stress that because we might have some guests that want to talk about that.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow. So hopefully, Bill, you'll be able to be there.
I will be. Tomorrow I'm gonna do Banter with Bill tomorrow. MSC versus Carnival.
Yes,
that is at 6, which should lead right into your show at 7, right?
Very nice.
So we're gonna start off at Banter with Bill at 6 Eastern time and go right into the Thirsty Thursday with Scott and the monetization party at 7. So I got to make sure on time. I got to be off on time tomorrow and have the link pinned up to the top.
Yes, I'll be in.
Maritza, welcome in.
Hello, Maritza. Welcome in.
So I think that's about it. Does Carnival match play with Royal? No, they do not. They don't,
not yet.
They don't match anything. No. They don't even match it on their own other lines that they own. So no.
On the horizon, hopefully, though, once more people start to ask more and more about it, Rick, I think, if other cruise companies are already doing it and we're already seeing, I believe it was Royal that does the match now between their three brands. It's only a matter of time before the other cruise companies catch up because, now they're losing some of their loyal followers over to Royal because, hey, they're status matching all of their lines together, so hopefully.
Hey, Rick, the cruise gambler, I just typed in youarecomped.com. That
that's a good one.
that location will will offer you cruises based on your gambling.
Yes.
So if you gamble on Royal, if you gamble in Caesar's Palace, whatever offers they have, if you show them those offers, whether it be like free cruises, free rooms, free whatever, send it over there to them, and then they'll have a host get a hold of you and tell you what you can get. I actually got a cruise in November on MSC, a 10-day cruise to the Southern Caribbean it was totally free. And this is the first time when I say totally free. They charge you $400, but you get it back $400 onboard credit. They picked up the taxes and everything. So literally, when I get on board and they give me my $400 onboard credit, I didn't pay. I paid zero to be on that cruise.
Yep.
So you are comped if you're a gambler.
That's a good site. I know a lot of people a lot of other friends that use it too. So.
Yep, I'm gonna try to. Whoops, hold on, wrong one. I am going to try, Keisha. I'm lazy, but I am going to try to do the redirect tomorrow. It should be. I think Scott has it all set up now, so I should be able to go in there and make it easy to.
Yeah, I have all creators. I don't have a certain list. Anybody can redirect. So,
but we'll definitely get there. We're all going to be there with Scott monetization party. Yes, please. We'll all be there, guaranteed.
It's gonna be fun. I will be back home tomorrow too. I won't be at this job, so
won't be on the road, huh?
Plenty of time. I will be ripping and roaring and pre-gamed and ready to go for everybody.
Well, all right, my friend. It was another great show. I love doing the show with you.
Yes. And Pete, also, thank you very much to all of our wonderful moderators on both sides. Pete has just put in Banter with Bill tomorrow and also put in the Ultimate Thirsty Thursday Trivia YouTube monetization party. So thank you very much, Pete. You are awesome. And all of our mods are awesome.
Thank you, Pete, so much. We do have the best mods. I really do believe we have the best mods. My opinion. So with that being said, Scott, we are going to get ready to get out of here.
We are. And I just want to tell everybody, I believe I am going to go over to Antoinette at Fun. Is she live right now, Antoinette?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I think I'm going to go try to find. I'm going to go put my phone on the charger first, and then I'm going to go
live right now. So
yeah, usually
run over there and give a raid over to Antoinette.
Yes. So we're going to put. Hold on, cruise. Let me do this. Talk live raid. Okay, so wherever you go, if you go to Antoinette of Fun, I think Edna might still be live with her Wind Down Wednesday, and there's one other person that I'm forgetting. But wherever you decide to go, please just give them a little cruise talk live. Oh, that's right, Tinkerbell with Across the Waves is live too. So wherever you decide to go, please give them a cruise talk live because they will know that you came right from Bill and Scott, or Bill and Scott raid, whatever you want to do. And I'm sure I'll see you guys in whatever chat you guys go to because I live on the YouTube.
Scott is everywhere.
But yeah, that wraps up another Cruise Talk Live, Bill. It was a great show.
Well, Scott, we will see you tomorrow. Guaranteed.
Yes, I will see you too.
Everybody, make sure you stay strong and embrace the journey. And with that, we are out of here.
Bye, guys.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.